We have therefore written to the following bodies: 1. The Catholic Bishops' Conference; 2. The National Council of Churches of Kenya; 3. The Supreme Council of Kenya Muslims; 4. The Kenya Secondary Schools Heads Association; 5. The Primary Schools Heads and Teachers Association; 6. The Kenya National Union of Teachers; 7. The Law Society of Kenya; 8. The Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers; 9. National Parents Association; 10. The Kenya Private Schools Association; 11. The Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission; 12. The Directorate of Criminal Investigations; 13. The Federation of Kenya Employers. We know the role of churches and other religious organizations in the education sector since the beginning of the last century. We know how much efforts teachers put into ensuring they mold young people into successful products that they can be proud of. The education sector does not belong to the government of the day. Integrity of the education sector is for all Kenyans. We believe that as a country and for the sake of our children, we can do better than this greed beyond measure. Virtually every home had a candidate or knew a candidate among those who said Kcpe and Kcse. Kcpe alone had close to 1.4 million candidates. The steps outlined below are critical. 1. The circumstances under which the printing of the exams was transferred from the UK to Mombasa Road must be investigated. 2. Kenyans must be told how the integrity of the exams was secured during the transfer from the UK to Mombasa Road and later to another printer in Asia. 3. It is the right of Kenyans to know the cost of termination of the contract with the UK firm. 4. Kenyans must be informed of how the Mombasa Road firm was identified and awarded the tender and if procurement laws were followed. 5. Kenyans must also be informed of how the firm to relay Kcpe results was identified, whether it is the same one that will relay the Kcse results and whether procurement laws were adhered to. Going by the fate of Auditor General Margaret Nakango, we believe political interference will not allow EACC and DCI to deal with this matter, but to put this issue to the agencies as a matter of public record. And the warning must go out there that in another era, all will be held accountable, including these criminals. It is our position that the stakeholders together, headed by the Catholic Church or any other group that stakeholders can agree on, and get to the bottom of the mess building up in our exam management. There must be no room for favoritism in conduct and marking of exams, where some schools and students are allowed to cheat and get away with it, as happened in last year's KCSE and this year's Kcpe. Sanity, integrity, and dignity must return to exams. The buck stops with His Excellency, Mr. William Ruto. It is our firm belief that mega corruption in billions cannot happen without the complicity of the top. Whether it is 17 billion shilling in oils or billions involved in the prisoners cooking oil, we know the dynamics of how government operates. The CS, the PS are small fries. The buck stops with Mr. Ruto.